Hi guys, welcome back to another Let's Draw, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a 3D Roblox self-portrait. So I'm going to show you how to make the basic shapes for the character and make it look three-dimensional, which means that you see it from not only the front, but the side too, to show, the different sides of the character. And then you guys are going to decide what you want to add to make it look like you. And I'll also show you a little bit how to make bubble letters, although I do have a video that can show you how to make all different kinds. Now, if you think this looks like fun, but you're not a big fan of 3D drawings, I do have another option on my channel for a two-dimensional Roblox self-portrait. That might be a good place to start. If you love making 3D drawings and you really want to challenge yourself, I also have a video I made a long time ago for how to draw a Roblox character that's a little bit more complicated than this one. So if you really love 3D stuff and this to you looks like it's too easy, then you could try that one, but I think this one's pretty fun, and I think this one's a really good place to start if you're just learning how to make 3D stuff. So you definitely want to get a pencil to start with, eraser. If you have something to make straight lines like a ruler, the edge of a notebook, pencil box, anything like that, that would be great to get started with, and we can get started. All right, so with this one, definitely start with pencil first. 3D stuff is always a little bit tricky, and I usually will erase my lines a couple times, at least when I'm practicing at first. And when you're making a 3D drawing, what you want to think about is the fact that the character, you're looking at it from the side. Unlike the two-dimensional drawing where everything is flat and looking at you straight on, this one is from an angle. So everything we draw is not going to be straight across. It's going to either be angled this way or this way. So let's start with the front of the body first. What we are going to do is we're going to draw the line that goes from one shoulder over to the other. So I'm going to start about here, and I'm going to make a line that angles down like that. Then I'm going to make a line straight up and down for the side of the arm, about that far, because we want space for the legs. And the really important part now is when I do this next line, it needs to be the same as this one. So if I go straight across, that's not going to look right. I want my other line to look just like this one. So angle down. You can look at the amount of space between the two. If it's about the same here and here, then it's fine. And on this side, this line straight up and down. When you're making 3D stuff, something that your brain will want to do is these lines, the vertical lines, your brain will want to make them go at an angle. These are always going to be straight up and down. It's the ones that normally would go horizontal. Those are the ones that are always going to be at an angle. But these ones, always straight up and down. Okay, now we're going to do two straight up and down lines for the body. So right about here, this is going to be the arm. Line straight up and down. Remember, straight up and down. Don't put it at an angle like that. And then over here, this much space, we want the same over here. So straight up and down. Perfect. And then for the legs, we continue from this line, straight up and down, maybe a little longer. And then the bottom of the legs and the feet need to be the same as this line here. Don't know what that sound was, but that's the sound I decided to make. So angle, it's the same as that, and then this straight up and down. There we go. Now we are going to draw the side of the body. So the angle is going to change and go the other direction. So follow with me for this part. At this corner, we're going to make a line that angles like that. We're going to do a couple more of these, and each one is going to be the same length and the same angle. So don't make them all kind of different. They're all the same. So this one, I'm going to do the same thing down here. Same length, same angle. Over here, same deal. It's about the same. And down here. Okay, so see, each one is pretty much exactly the same. Okay. Now I'm going to go from right here and go straight up and down until I get to the body. These two are going to connect. So I go straight up and down, connect. And then these two are going to connect. The line should be very similar to this one. I'm going to draw this one lightly because I'm going to erase part of it later. So there we go. We actually are almost done with our 3D shapes for the whole body. Now, right in the middle of this, do a line that goes straight up and down. Perfect. And then for the head, I like to draw the curved line for the bottom. And I actually, on my original, had to redraw it a few times because when I finished, it wasn't in the middle. So if it happens to you, just erase and try again. The curved line for the bottom, do a line straight up and down on each side like this. Curved line for the top. And there we go. It's pretty good. I can erase this. All right. Real quick, I'm going to do the face. So I'm just going to do those two little oval eyes and a smile. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do the rest of the 3D lines on the body in a moment. But before that, I'm going to quick do my hair and then outline everything in Sharpie. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of the drawing in Sharpie because I know it's easier to see, but I still recommend you do everything in pencil before you do Sharpie. One thing I forgot to do before, is at the top of the arms here. You're gonna make an angled line just like this right there. So it's like the top of the arm, so you can tell the arm's separate. And same over here. So this line right there, same over here, just like that. Okay. So when you're decorating the clothes, you have to remember, because it's 3D, it's to the side, everything is slanted this way. So if you want to write words on the shirt, they shouldn't be just regular. They should be slanted with the shirt. So I chose my plaid pattern because it's a good way to show you how those things should work. Although, to be honest, plaid is pretty difficult with 3D, so I would maybe pick something easier. But it'll be a good way to show you. So what I'm gonna do first is make some lines for like the sleeves of the shirt. So my sleeves are long. I'm gonna do an angled line, remember, because anything that's going vertical is straight, but anything that's supposed to normally go this way should be at an angle. On the other side, angled line, but on this side, match the bottom here, should go up. I'm gonna make the cuff and a button. Perfect. Now I'm gonna quick make the neck of my shirt, and I'm gonna look for like the middle would be right above this. So I'm just gonna make a line straight up and down and then make the neck of my shirt connect. Okay, so now that we have this basic stuff on here, oh, there we go, undershirt, perfect. What I'm gonna do first are my lines that go straight up and down for the plaid. Just like I've been saying this whole time, these lines are normal. So straight up and down. Okay, before I go on to the horizontal ones, up on the shoulder, now this is a little tricky, these lines here are going to match this line. And this one here is going to match this line. Over here, these match that. And I'm gonna do this line on here too, because it should be the same. Okay. For my lines that are horizontal, they are going to go with the angle of the body. So instead of going straight across, they are going to angle down. On this side though, they angle that way. Like I said, the plaid is difficult. So unless you practice 3D a lot, I would pick something simpler, but just remember that it should angle with the body. Up here, I'm just gonna do a couple extra lines. Perfect. For the shoes, down here, you can make a line that angles with the bottom, and on this side, angles back up with that one. And I do the same with the soles. And then I'm just gonna add a few more details like the shoelaces and the rips. All right, so that looks pretty good. And then lastly are my bubble letters. So I have a video how to make bubble letters, and if you want to learn more about it, I would go into the description and go to that video, but I'll show you a real quick way you can do bubble letters. So you can just draw the letters out normal like this, but make sure they are spaced out from each other, because if they're too close, it's going to be a little tricky. And then you just trace around. So I take my time, I go slow. When you get to letters like if you have a B or an A or an O, make sure you also trace inside. And there you have it. So once you are all done with your drawing, you definitely want to go in and erase those pencil lines that don't need to be there and the ones inside the letter and color it in. And here is how I colored mine in. So I used markers for the letters so they would stand out, and I used different crayons to kind of blend the colors for the hair. And I thought it was a lot of fun. Even though I don't really know much about Roblox, I think they were fun characters to draw. So just take your time thinking about how you can make yours look more like you and what things you want to add. All right, guys, I hope you had fun making your 3D Roblox self-portrait. Remember, if you were struggling with the 3D stuff and it wasn't working for you, then maybe try doing the 2D version first and see how that goes. But I will see you guys next time for our next drawing video. Bye.